First on Fox, a traffic stop in Fairmont City, Illinois turned into a chase across state lines and ended in a deadly crash in North St. Louis. Police say the driver sped off during the stop, dragging an officer a short distance before later crashing.
December 21st, 2025, p.m. 4 days before Christmas. Precious Black is on the phone with her mother when a cop pulls her over in Fairmont City, Illinois. She's doing 73 and a 30, reckless driving. The officer runs her plates. They don't match the car. Missouri plates on a Nissan Altima, registered to a Mazda. Red flag. He tells her she's under arrest. She doesn't get out. Instead, she asks him one question. "Are you going to drag me out?" He doesn't answer. He reaches into her car, grabs her seatbelt, tries to unfasten it, and that's when Precious hits the gas. 8 minutes later, she's dead. Her mother heard everything, and what she heard doesn't match what the police are saying. If you've ever had a bad feeling about a traffic stop, if you've ever wondered what you'd do if a cop reached into your car without permission, you need to hear this. Subscribe now, because the next story might be about someone you love. Precious was 29, a mother to an 8-year-old daughter. She worked at Terminal 3 Bar and Grill and ran her own business. Her mom, Pam Leonard, had her at 16. They grew up together, best friends, inseparable. Her employer said it best. The Precious we know is not someone who would run away. She wasn't running from a warrant. She wasn't dangerous. So why did she run? Welcome to Unseen True Crime Stories, where the darkest secrets and untold cases come to light. Consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. That way, you won't miss our next true crime story.
Monday morning, police were called to a crash near I-70 and West Florissant. A simple speeding stop in Fairmont City, Illinois, ending in the death of a 29-year-old driver in St. Louis.
At some point during the traffic stop, the officer reached in to try and remove the woman, and then the woman took off, dragging the officer a short distance.
Police say the officer was able to get back into the patrol car and pursue the vehicle as it crossed into St. Louis.
That officer suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was transported to the hospital.
Investigators say the car left the roadway, striking a guardrail and a light pole. The Fairmont City officer reports disengaging from the pursuit on I-70 after losing sight of the vehicle, but then later locating it just before the West Florissant exit after it crashed. The driver died at the scene and was identified as 29-year-old Precious Black. St. Louis police also say no SLMPD officers were involved in the pursuit, but this is the second deadly pursuit from Illinois this month.
The details of what caused the crash are under investigation. The accident reconstruction unit is here.
The department's Force Investigations Unit also responded to the scene and are now working to determine what led to the crash.
It has been reported to us that there is in-car camera video and potentially body cam video. Our detectives will gather that. That'll be an important piece of our investigation.
So far, police have not released official information about why the officer tried to remove the woman from the car during the traffic stop.
The officer gets back in his car, radios it in. Aggravated battery on a peace officer, a forcible felony. Now he can chase. Precious is flying down I-70 westbound into Missouri, across state lines. Her mom is still on the phone, begging her to stop. 90 miles per hour. At that speed, you're covering 139 feet per second. One wrong move and it's over. The officer stays on her. Mile after mile, lights flashing, sirens blaring. At least that's what the police say. But Pam swears she never heard sirens, not once. So who's telling the truth? If you think Precious deserved what's coming, go to the comments right now and explain why. I'll wait. And if you can't defend it, hit subscribe, because next time, it might be someone you know. St. Louis Metro Police didn't join the chase. They have policies against pursuing people from other jurisdictions over nonviolent offenses. But the Fairmont City officer didn't stop, and neither did Precious. Until 5:30 a.m., just past the West Florissant exit, her Nissan left the road, hit a guardrail, then a light pole, metal twisting, glass shattering. Precious Black was pronounced dead at the scene. The officer? Minor leg injuries. Treated and released. Back on duty. No charges, no arrest, no consequences. Does that sound like justice to you?
I don't know who to slap. I don't know who to slap.
December 27, 6 days after Precious died, her family released balloons in her memory, Her 8-year-old daughter, who should have been playing with Christmas toy, was saying goodbye to her mom instead. Pam spoke through tears. "This is a Christmas we'll never forget. Justice has got to be served." But as of now, no one's been charged. The investigation is ongoing. Here's what should alarm you. Precious was the 5th person to die in a police chase investigated by St. Louis PD in 2025. 5 people. 1 year, 1 city. Adolphus Pruitt, president of the St. Louis NAACP, said it best: "Fleeing shouldn't cost anybody their life, but it does, again and again." Most of these chases start in small towns like Fairmont City, population 2,500, and end in St. Louis, a city of 300,000. The risk gets exported, the danger gets exported, but the accountability? Where it stays in a town too small to handle the backlash. Fairmont City released dash cam footage. You can see the officer reach into the car. You can see Precious drive away. What you can't see? The crash itself. And the body cam footage? 2 DVDs don't work. Technical issues. The most critical part, the initial interaction, is missing. Gone. Unavailable. Pam doesn't buy it. She was on the phone the whole time. She never heard sirens. She believes her daughter was hit from behind by the police car. The police deny it. Single vehicle crash, they say. The officer had disengaged, they claim. But without the footage, it's his word against a grieving mother's. If this makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you question how things work, go to the comments. Tell me if you think Precious deserved to die over a traffic stop, and if you can't defend it, subscribe. Because I won't let stories like this disappear. If you don't subscribe, if you walk away and forget, you're part of the problem. Precious Black was more than a statistic. She was a daughter, a mother, a business owner, someone with dreams. All of that ended in 8 minutes. Are you going to drag me out to dead on the highway? The officer who started it all, still out there, still wearing the badge, still making choices that could end the same way. The investigation is ongoing, but by the time it's done, everyone will have moved on, unless we refuse to let it go. Are you going to remember Precious Black's name? Are you going to share this story? Or are you going to scroll past and forget? Subscribe. Not for me, for Precious, for her daughter, for the next person who gets pulled over and asks a question that never gets answered. Our Precious asked one question before she died. The officer never answered. But we can, by refusing to let her story end here. Subscribe, share, comment.
We want to thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Brent Solomon. Kelly Jackson has the night off. Tonight, heartbreak and questions in Florissant as a community gathered hours ago to release balloons in honor of Precious Black. The 29-year-old mother was killed in a car crash following a police chase Sunday.
The Florissant community shouted 29-year-old Precious Black's name at her balloon release on Friday evening.
My daughter was loved. She had so much positive energy.
Precious died in a car crash after a police chase on Sunday morning. We previously reported the chase started in Fairmont, Illinois and ended near West Florissant. Police say she was pulled over for speeding. An officer attempted to remove her from the car, police say, before she took off.
We were on the phone with her from the time he tried to take her out of the car to her demise. We heard everything. And I'm going to leave it at that and let them finish their investigation.
Black's mom, Pam, and her stepdad, Donzel, are left devastated.
We grew together. I had my baby at 15, and she made me so proud. She was an entrepreneur. She had her own business.
Black is already so missed, especially by her family.
She left behind a beautiful 8-year-old daughter that reminds me so much of her mom.
As you can see, the entire community is out here on Friday evening supporting Precious and her whole family. Some of them are even wearing purple like I am right now, which was one of Precious's favorite colors. Her stepdad, Donzel, says there won't be a day that goes by where Precious won't be thought of.
Just having my first daughter, so that was all I ever wanted to. So it means a lot to me. Like, it's my baby. I really loved her.
Justice has got to be served. This is about nothing else but justice. That's all I want for my daughter. She did not deserve that.
All Precious's family can do now is hold each other close and hope the new year brings a glimpse of closure.
This is a Christmas we ain't gonna never forget.
Reporting in Florissant, I'm Reagan DeTrolio, 5 on your side.
Now, today we reached out to Fairmont City Police for comment on this case. We haven't heard back, but 3 days ago, they told us their investigation is ongoing.
This is the kind of story Unseen True Crime Stories is dedicated to sharing, not just for entertainment, but for vital grim lessons. If this story stirred something in you, if it made you think, then you know you need to be here for the next one. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. And if you're still scrolling past without joining, I have to ask, what truth are you afraid to face? What essential understanding are you willing to miss out on? Tell us in the comments. We'll be here, continuing to shed light on the shadows, because sometimes understanding the darkness is the only way to find the light. Thank you for watching.